I put my daughter and I through so much. Get here as soon as we can because we don't know if she's gonna make it. And I can't help but feel like my daughter is going through so much. I couldn't breathe for the first 3 months and I had to learn how to breathe all over again. It was the scariest thing. It's so hard. Hi everybody, it's me, Jessie Marie. This isn't usually how I start my videos, but I just wanted to show everybody that my life isn't all butterflies and rainbows. These last 4 years have been the longest and most difficult time of my life. I don't even know where to begin. Like, after the accident, I don't remember much. I don't remember the accident. It was just to go to pick up my daughter and then go back home, and I made the wrong decision. And I put my daughter and I through so much. And I took the highway on the way back because it was 7 o'clock at night and I knew there wasn't going to be anybody on the highway. So I drove on the highway real quick. Forensics even said that there's no telling what happened because I was going the speed limit. And I was ejected from the car. I hit a tree and I broke my spine. And from that moment on, I've been paralyzed. No control over my life. I was heavily medicated right from the gate. All I wanted to know is if my daughter was okay, and I was okay after that. I couldn't talk because I had a trach in. They put a trach in your throat because you can't breathe. I was taken to so many different hospitals. I was airlifted because the hospitals couldn't help me. They called my family and said, get here as soon as you can because we don't know if she's gonna make it. And I can't help but feel like my daughter is going through so much. She not only lost her mother that day, she's showing signs of trauma, me being paralyzed. Like, she plays games where she pretends to be paralyzed and she puts casts on her legs and like she uses my medical tools. And she's a fun, awesome, loving girl and I love her so much. She's the thing that's been keeping me strong through this whole thing, and my friends. But ever since the accident, it has been trauma after trauma. I couldn't breathe for the first 3 months and I had to learn how to breathe all over again. It was the scariest thing. And I had already had anxiety attacks, but this just really topped it. And the one nurse was like, what's wrong with you? Why do you keep having anxiety attacks? And I'm like, I'm scared, and I couldn't even explain it to her because I couldn't talk, and she just reminded me to remember of my daughter. And ever since that, like, I've just been focusing on my daughter and just trying to stay as strong as I can, but it's becoming so overwhelming. I was put in a hospital that first 8 months I was just living to die. I was so heavily medicated. I got a huge sore on my back. I can't move from my neck down. I can obviously use my arms, but I can't use my fingers. I use my tongue for everything. It's hard to realize what my life has come to on a daily basis, because on a daily basis life is already so hard. I'm trying to be a parent to an 11-year-old. She's feisty and she's growing up, and I'm trying so hard just to leave her just knowing right from wrong. Like, right now, it's hard for me to sit up because I can't breathe, because my body hurts. It's constant pain all day, every day. When I do my makeup, it's so hard. And I used to love dressing up and doing my makeup, and it feels like more and more I just don't want to do it. And when I get sick, it's just like, it's not just a regular sick. I'm like sick for days, and I can't eat. I'm sleeping most of the time because I can't get up and help myself, so I basically rely on the people that take care of me. That place that left me to die, I was septic. For 7 months, my family wrote notes and called and told them, like, to help me get out of there. And God, I know God, the grace of God and everybody who cares about me got me out of that place. But then I was in another place for 8 months. It was a better place. I showed up there septic. I was really sick, and I was on IVs for 6 weeks. They saved my life. And then I finally was told that I was allowed to go home. I was getting treated so poorly there. Like, in any place that you go and you don't have a voice for yourself and you can't take care of yourself, you just get mistreated. I was allowed to go home, and that was the best thing that I've ever heard, because I could go home to my daughter, and I was so happy. And I called and left messages. I could show you shots. Messages every day for months on somewhere to go, somewhere to live. I got taken home by this couple that completely took advantage of me. They want me to make a POA. They sent me to a hospital. They tried to take my money. They took $7,000 from me. I have no money. I have barely enough money to pay my rent. And I just want more for my daughter. I live in a bad neighborhood. I want more for my daughter. This is not what I was born to do. The Lord brought me on this earth to provide for my daughter and love my daughter and to love him. And I just want the best for her, and I love her so much. So when I finally came home, that's a whole different story. I was stolen from. It's not my house. I pay rent to live in a house where I have no privacy. I have 24/7 care, which I'm so grateful for. I'm so grateful for so much, but this is not my home. I had to get cameras. There's people taking my clothes, people taking my stuff, people taking my jewelry. I had to fire so many people. It's not a pretty life at all. The only thing that keeps me going is my daughter and my best friend. My daughter's grandmother, she's there for me, and my daughter's aunt on her father's side, and she helps me. But the trauma I've had over the 4 years of being stolen from, just the paranoia, the fear of getting so sick that I'm not going to come back from it. I've been hospitalized. I've been septic since I've been home twice. And just knowing I'm just laying here, just like not knowing what's going to happen to me. It's the worst part, and I just really want support from everybody. And for those who already support me, I'm really grateful. If you could just please support me more and tell me what I can do, if there's loans out there to help me. I'm losing all my teeth. I was never able to brush my teeth the first 2 years of my paralyzation. I was drinking from a feeding tube. I had a trach where they had to suck the snot out, or I couldn't breathe. And I just wanted to express the bad things that happened to me too, because it's not all butterflies and rainbows. I just had some guy the last couple of nights try to open my back door, and we always keep it locked, and his excuse is he thought it was open, and we know it's not open. I'll come back to you guys in a little bit. I'm in a lot of pain right now. I can't sit up anymore. Thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe. Please, that's all I'm asking for. Please help me be heard. I had money stolen from me, from my house. I have to sleep with a fanny pack underneath my pillow. This company, if I don't have a caregiver on, or if somebody can't come in, they refuse to send anybody in for me. I have 2 people swapping back and forth. And what if there was something to happen to one of them? I don't have anybody. I'm just scared. I'm scared anymore. I don't want to go back in the nursing home. And I know I need to be grateful for what I have, but it's just hard. It's really hard, guys. My daughter had to climb out of, after the car flipped 7 times, she had to climb out of the car window by herself. I was supposed to protect her. I was supposed to make sure nothing happened to her. And she had to find my lifeless body. This is forever gonna mess her. I've got her in therapy, but I just want to be the best mom I can be. And I'm just reaching my breaking point. If there's anybody that can help me with any thing, please reach out. I feed myself, but it's hard. Everything's a task. And it just started dawning on me. I don't think I've even come to terms with the fact that I'm paralyzed. All I cared about was my daughter for the first 4 years. And now that I'm becoming a little bit more aware, I can't do things other people can do, like go outside and dress nice and look good. I barely want to get out of bed sometimes. It's just, I need help. I need somebody to just show me in the right direction. Or if anybody wants to just talk to me, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Two. It's just not working. I have to use voice control on all my devices